Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to MineMogul. Now I forgot to start recording, so I've done a bit of work and we'll get back to that. But the idea is, I want to get the copper done, so the rods and the plates. And that means I need other mines because I've got ingots and I've got pipes coming through without a problem. I'd also like to check out the gold a little bit, but having looked at the research, if we go over to, right now we're making gold pipes, we need to get 400 of them. But after that, I don't see any gold pipes. So there's gold plates for the Master of Plates, which I should probably have started already. Yeah, let's just activate that. Then we come into this side. Now, if you go to iron, there's pipes. If you go to copper, there's pipes. If you go to the slag thing, there are pipes. Somewhere in there, yeah, junk pipes. But if you go to gold, no pipes. And if you go to Gold Mogul, no pipes. And if you go to the very last MineMogul, Ultimate MineMogul, there's no pipes, no gold pipes. So I think that's because there's sort of less gold around, so the pipes are not necessary. So these ones, once we hit this 400, will be the last gold pipes that we need to do. Anyway, this area I've started converting to an iron area because we are not using this area for coal anymore. So if we go up here, I've started putting belts in to connect these 4 miners into this facility. Because obviously, yep, we are not doing copper over here anymore. There will be a little bit of copper still coming through from the mine around the corner, but this will be primarily iron. We'll eventually get the gold out of here as well. Right now there's gold coming up. So there'll be more than enough capacity to handle these 4 mines. So the trick is, we go to the other side and we need to get, there's that hole, that big hole with 4 copper miners in. And we're going to get those copper miners and we're going to make the plates and the pipes. And we're going to bring the plates and the pipes back out onto this line to feed into our bin over on that side. But I need to get some supplies first because I've run out of corners because I did a lot of work and, oh, there's the corners. Yeah, and I wasn't recording. Anyway, yeah, in the last video it ran a little bit longer. There was lots of exploring and figuring stuff out. I think I've got that under control. This video will not be quite as long as that. There's still a heck of a lot to do, so let's get stuck in. Alright, I need to top up. I am running short on conveyors, so yeah, press shift to get 10 at a time. We'll get... yeah, I'll get 2 stacks of those, 3 of the bends, and a few of the straight conveyors. T-junctions, I'll get a few. I do have sorters, I do have crushers, I have the smelters. I'll get another T2 splitter, a couple of mergers, and we'll purchase all of that. And this time I'll try not to forget to pick them up out the lift. There we go. Anything stuck anywhere? No. Good. Right, so we're going to run through this side, and I will run you through what I did while I wasn't recording. So this is where we're processing our copper into ingots and pipes right now. And it's going pretty well. We're getting a fair bit through. If we go through to this side, there was this bridge and this big hole in the ground, which has obviously changed a heck of a lot since you last saw it. I've built mines on all of them. There are 4 nodes, so I've built mines on all of them. All of them are like 99% plus of copper or crushed copper, which is cool. So what I did was I put a platform down and I built backwards because I wanted the smelter to be as low as possible. Then I put a platform over here to line the crusher up. So I've got the crusher over here, and then over the top of where the smelter is, I've got the sorter. And that means that I've brought all of these belts out and now they're covered up. I hope it doesn't cause any issues. Actually, it might. So possibly... yeah, there's a hitbox on these bars, so this might be a little bit too low. Anyway, we'll take these out, and that way you'll be able to see things a little better as well. So I've got that mine coming in on this line. That mine is coming out onto this line. There's a mine over there that's coming in. There's this mine that comes onto this belt. And then we wrap this up and straighten out, and then we get to the sorter, which I still need to put a bit of coal and a bit of crushed coal into. So I think I'm going to do that now while I'm thinking about it. So grab a piece of, it's not coal, I keep saying coal, it's copper. So we'll run this copper up and go and drop it in this basket. So that is in, and then I'm going to see if I can find from what these machines might have dropped I can find a piece of crushed. Does not look like it. Oh, wait, there's one. Okay, good. I'll grab that. And we can drop this in like that. Oh, hold on. Yep, it's all there. Do I have a lid for this? I do. So we can whip that in there and put that on. We'll just rotate it that way. Perfect. And then press F to toggle, and now it's closed. Good. So nothing can mess with that anymore unless I hit it with my hammer. So what I've done here then is I've taken the gems, because the gems will carry on straight through, and they are going to go through the polisher and they're going to head up onto this line. Okay? So that's the gem side of things. Now we go down to the bottom again to the smelter output. The smelter outputs over here puts the ingots onto this belt straight into a polisher. And that goes up here, which I can't get through there. But that goes up the ramp and it jigs back, and we'll go up top and have a look at where that comes out. So that comes out over here, and I had to dodge rocks a little bit, so there's a little bit of a twisty piece. That comes up and then it goes into a splitter. So those ingots, well, they're already polished, they get split. Gosh, I've made a mess over here. Yeah, that's not right. I wonder if I could squeeze that in underneath this belt. Okay, so this is basically where I am, and I need to split the ingots into these two machines. We've got a rod maker and we've got a rolling mill for the plates. But something has not worked out perfectly over here. I'm going to need to change where this belt comes out because, yeah, I thought I could plug that in, but it's in the wrong place. So let's take that out and all of those, and maybe that. And now I can put another bend over here, and then another bend that platform is in the way. So let's take that platform out and bend this that way, and then ramp this up. Oh, this is not going to work either. Well, maybe, I don't know, because I'm going to have to put this into a splitter. We'll just connect that up and grab that splitter, and that splitter will be over here. That means that this machine has to move one forward, and man, that is going to mess with my space. Another thing it's going to mess with is that bend into this machine. Doesn't like it that much. It works, but it's not very happy with it. Right, so rod extruder, we'll have to go rotate it and put it in over there. And then the bends. That goes in there, and that goes in there. So that's going to split the ingots up a little, and I hope it works. I really do. Because, oh geez, look at that. Can you believe it? Okay, I might need to just switch these two machines around. Okay, so the rod machine will go over here. There I have enough space. And the rolling mill, rotate that. Alright, that works now. Damn, I was hoping to get that in a straight line. Anyway, we need to get that back up to here, because I've got a junction to tie it into that. If I put that there, and that... Now, the one thing I know is that these here don't tie in nicely to... Well, we could try it. Let's see what'll happen if I put this over here. Well, that might work. It might work. Alright, so that goes in there, and then we're going to have to jig back. Can we put it there? We can. And we can ramp up again. Finish this with a straight bit. Hop on here and do our two bends, which don't like being done from the top of the ramp. We are going to put that one there and that one there. And then we're going to put, another ramp over here. And that brings us up to the right height. I don't know if that's going to cause problems. Maybe not. Rotate that in, that, and one more straight piece, and boom. That is tied in, so that's bringing our rods and plates up. And I didn't buy any lights. Yeah, I'm out of lights. I think I need to light this place up. Right, we're here. I'll just get 10 lights. Probably going to use a lot more than that. And back to the hole. Okay, I'll put a light up over here. That'll give it a little bit of something. I'll get one in over... I don't even know if I've got it in the correct place. Yeah, there. Rotate that. Put that over there. It looks a lot better. Get another one in here. And I could probably put a couple down at the bottom as well. So, one there and get one there. Yep, it's looking much better now. And there is already one on that side. Great, well, there's my little facility. Wait, I think maybe one more over on this side could be nice. There. Okay. So there's my little facility for the copper rods and plates. So I can hop out of here, run up to the top, check that everything, just do a quick run through again. Check that everything looks okay. All the belts are connected. They are, because I have already double checked them. And I'm going to make the mistake of not triple checking. But I think everything's good. So let's go and switch some mines on. And I'll turn them on from the back. So turn that on. Okay, that's working. And then this one. And that's working good. And this one. Okay, that is good. That's going down. And the last one. And that's working. So all of this copper is now running up the line. And it's going to go into this. I have already set the filter, which means that the copper, the crushed copper, should pop out on the side. Now, somebody did ask why I am using crushed ore instead of just putting the normal ore straight into the smelter. Well, the reason is in the description. So if we go to the crusher, it actually says crushes ore into smaller pure pieces, crushed ore smelts into ingots more efficiently. So that's the reason. So everything that goes into a smelter, I'm going to crush because it's more efficient. And, you know, we're all about efficiency here. Maybe not so much in our layouts, but yeah, generally. Right, we haven't had any gems come up yet. When they come up, they will go out that way. In the meantime, the smelter should be working. Oh, yeah, there we go. We've got ingots coming up. So let's see what happens. They are sort of getting split. That's going that way, and that's going to go that way. And they're going into the machines without a problem. We have plates and rods. They are heading up. Excellent. So let's follow them. They're going to come up onto this belt. There's no issues with them on these belts. That's really good. Okay, and that's going all the way through and will link up with this line that takes the other copper, the copper ingots and the copper pipes through to the bin. So I'm going to stand here just for a second and wait for those other bits to start coming through. There's the first plate. Let's stand on the belt and watch this happen. Right, there's that plate. Awesome, awesome. And there's rods. Good. So, all the copper is now sorted out. And if I really feel like adding more in, I could. But this is fine. This is absolutely fine. So, this is all coming through, and it's going in on one line straight into the bin. And that will help us sort out the next quest, which is the Master of Plates. We will start getting a lot of copper plates through. Fantastic. Oh, that's really good. That's happening. Lots and lots of goods coming through from the copper side. Copper is sorted. I'm not going to pay much more attention to that for now. That's great. Now, we are making... What are we making here? We're making copper... Oh, we still got copper coming through here. That's okay. I'm going to leave this setup running as it is for now. This is making plates, so it's making iron plates. It'll add to the copper. We still need the gold pipes, so I can't switch those over to make plates yet. But that does mean I can hop over and now start increasing the iron, because I have all of these 4 iron mines that were hidden down here ready to link up. Like, how the heck do I get out of here? Yeah, there we go. Ready to link up into this setup. So let's sort that out. We will pop the corners in. There's a straight bit that needs to go in here. And then I need to hop over here. And then this needs to change, because this is going to be the straight merger conveyor that can go over there. So I'm going to try and do this quickly, if it will let me do it quickly. And I'll see if I can find a little gap so I don't make too much mess down the bottom. No, not much of a gap. I'll just do that and... Oh, come on. Let me put it in. Oh, gosh. You know, really? There. Okay, now it's in. So we have capacity on this line. I was thinking about maybe bringing it... You know, there's 4 of them over here, and that side is not really doing anything. I was thinking of maybe merging them on over on that side, but I don't think it's terribly necessary. We'll just turn these on one at a time, make sure that the system doesn't get overwhelmed. So, we'll turn this one on and also turn this one on. And let's see how the ingots get through here. They are not going to get past this. Yeah, these platforms are not great. Let's move that out the way. Man, this is just giving a whole bunch of coal. Oh, wait a minute. I don't really want any more coal. Not here anyway, so let's turn this one off. I'm not going to run this one. It'll just be 3 more. That means I can go and switch a second one on. This one is doing... That's doing coal as well, but not as much as that one. That's pure coal. Ah, that's better. So if we turn that one on, and then this one down here, yep, that's also good. So we'll turn that one on. This one is still getting a lot of coal. We do need coal. Coal is still going through, and I think, and there is a quest. So if we head in here, Master of Slag, you know, that needs crushed coal and coal ore. Maybe I should just queue that one up. Yeah, let's queue this one up. Yeah, we can get the crushed coal and the coal ore out of the way. So yeah, let's activate that one. Okay, so the crushed coal is already kicking off like crazy. And then once we've got the target on the crushed coal, I don't believe that there's anything required on coal. Oh, there's... Oh, my word. Okay. I'm going to have to set something up for that. Coal Mogul. 20,000 crushed coal, 10,000 coal ore. Okay. I didn't see that before. I didn't check it. Anyway, we'll need to carry on with that somehow. And there's some regular coal ore in the final ultimate MineMogul quest. Okay. Well, let's pop up and go and see how our system is handling things. It looks okay from up here. Let's check down the bottom. This is not getting overwhelmed, and we are getting a big increase in iron ingots coming out. That's fine. That is absolutely perfect. And eventually I'll be able to get rid of this copper one, because there's a copper mine that we're using around the corner, but I think it was like going to be temporary because it's half copper, half coal. Yeah, well, it's actually more coal than copper, so it's almost useless. Almost. But we can still use the coal, so that's fine. And now we are getting a big increase in iron plates. A very big increase in iron plates. And we are almost... I think we're doing pretty well here. This is shooting through like crazy. I'm just spending a little bit of time watching the process to make sure that things are still working the way they're supposed to. We are still very good over here. I could do some cleaning up, I suppose. You know, I haven't done much of that. There's a button that will clear everything off the floor and off the belts. But yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. I do have a problem at the gold area. There's a big pile of gold lying there. I might be able to use that though in the next step, because we need to start getting to work on gold. Now we're not going to need to set up a gold pipe spot over there. We just need to set up the ingots, the plates, and the rods. We're less than 120 away from finishing gold pipes completely. We won't need to make any more. Wait, what's happening here? Why are things falling off the conveyor? It's not a good thing. Oh, hang on. I'll throw that in. Maybe they are just bouncing through. Put another piece of belt on here, like to there, and drop that straight in the middle. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. We can put one up there. Oh, I can't. Ooh. Well, I didn't need this, so we'll put that there. Just keep an eye and see why we are getting plates falling off. That's not great. Yeah, I might need to use those chutes. I don't think it's an issue of it falling off. Oh, I see what's going on. That is hitting... Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I think I can solve that problem. So we'll take a little bend. Actually, no, we don't need to. I'm going to need to... Oh, I'm going to make a little bit of a mess here. But if I take that and that out and I put in one of these... If... Oh, come on, let me do it. Before it's too much of a mess. That seems to work a bit better. Okay, the physics is pretty good. I mean, you can see the lamp has been hit and it's swinging. Yeah, that's slightly better. I wonder if I can put another one in. Nope, no chance. Straight piece? Nope. Alright, well, it looks like it's working slightly better now. Let's grab that and put that over there. I think I might have sent some of the wrong stuff through over that way. Anyway, let's pick this lot up and drop it in the box. Wow, what's happening here? Nope, that's living there now. Individual? Wow. This one is just not moving. Ah, I got it. Good. Cool, always good to recheck processes and make sure everything's working. We've met the target on iron plates. I don't want to change over to gold plates. The gold plates we're going to do somewhere else. That's the next order of business. Get those gold plates and rods and ingots done. I'll just wait until the gold pipes are finished and then do something with them over here. But anyway, we are going to go and start setting up our gold area. That means coming through here and ducking, and it's terrible. Yeah, I'm going to have to change how this works. This conveyor belt here is going to bring all the gold stuff through. And I think it won't be going up here anymore, so this will tidy this place up a little bit. But we have places that we can mine gold. That's not the place I'm thinking of. Yep, that's one for sure. So we already have a mine over here. I could tie this in pretty easily. So I was going to build this anyway. I would like to say that I'm going to bring all of this over to a central spot. But honestly, I don't know. Okay, so we've got a light in there now so we can actually see what's going on. Oh, I always forget to switch these things off, and then I'll end up with a big pile. You'll see. A worse one than that, for sure. So let's put that belt in there. We're going to bring it over to here. And yeah, no need to put a merger in. This one will be fine, just as a little ramp. Okay, so that goes in there. That's a lot of... Actually, I may as well switch it on. Let's do that. Now I can turn it on. That's going to be quite a lot of gold ore coming through. So that's gold ore 99%. Damn, that's good. And then this is gold ore that's 98.5%. So that's pretty good. So this comes through to this area. Now this area doesn't have anything in it. There's nothing. Oh, I lie. There's a coal node that I'm probably not going to use. Although, wow, 2.3% diamond. Maybe I do want to use this one. Where could I send this through? I brought that through and into here. What's this area? Oh, that's the gold thing I just set up. I could carry it on through here and take it through to the copper area. Yeah, and maybe add it to a belt somewhere. That is a nice amount of diamonds, and we're going to need a lot of diamonds later on. Anyway, I'm just running around thinking because I do need to have a place that I can process all of this ore. And honestly, it's a little tighter on the gold area. I think what I could do is I could change this belt and rather bring that belt back out here, come around this corner and back into this room. It'll clear the belts out of this area, which I can then use for making the ingots. It is very tight in here. Wow. There's nothing further down this way either, as you can see. This is a gold miner that I forgot to switch off when I first started it, and this is the result of not switching it off. Man, it's very tight. Don't know where exactly I'm going to do this. Unless, let's have a look. If we go through here, no, that just takes it to our outline. Yeah, I could maybe tighten this up, bring this belt around here and to there. Still not going to clear this piece, but it's given me a little bit of room to play with. Yeah, I'm going to have to split things up and send things to different places and then merge them back together to send them out. Or, hear me out, I take all of this gold and I'll take it all the way out to the coal area by following this line. And wait, this is not it? Nope, that's not it. So we carry on following this line and it brings us up to this space. And if I run around the corner, that's where our copper stuff is happening. So it's a long way around, but I have a bridge. So it brings us up to this platform from there. It's a long belt, but I could do this, I think. The only problem is, then I have to get that gold back into the main hall. And that could be the tricky part. There's so much happening over that side already. I don't want to overwhelm belts. If I go this way with the finished product. Oh, I could do this. Come out this way and I connect straight to my line. Oh, I can do that. I can absolutely do that. All right, let's start working on this. So I'm going to try and go relatively high up and go that way. And let's give ourselves a little more light over here. So this will take the gold ore. I mean, I could have used this area for a bit of smelting, but now I've got a bigger area where I can do like all of it. I think that is fine. We'll line it up and put that in. Am I going the... somehow put in an extra piece. I think it's heading in the right direction. So we'll carry on through here. So I could have brought this one through. Yes, I think I can clear a little bit of space over on this side by bringing this one through this gap. Imagine if that works. Oh, I think it's going to. Oh, I thought that rock was going to block me. Yeah, there we go. Super. So there's a whole bunch of belts on that side I can take out. So these two gold mines can come through here. This one can come along this way. And then I'm going to merge them with an actual merger. So we'll put that in to head. Let me put the belt in first so it doesn't get confused. Okay, so that would go like that. It would need to switch around. I think, do I have that right? Let's check. Yep, that is right. Cool. And we continue with the belt madness. Hey, what's that? Oh, 99% gold and more gold. And it just so happens that I'm bringing a gold belt through here. Oh my, what am I going to do? So, let's rotate this, get it to... Oh wait, I'm going to have to drop it. I am going to have to drop it. So let's do that. So we'll go down to there. That's fine. Then we are going to head this way. Let me just check which way I'm going. Wait, hold on, I'm not going this way. No, that's iron. Yeah, that's... I'm not worried about this side. Oh, crap, I think I just lost my way. No, never mind. I'm going to get these two set up in the meantime and turn them off and turn off. And I've definitely lost my way here. Let me see where I was supposed to go. Oh, I was in the right track. I need to go up there. So we'll carry on with our conveyors. It's actually not as far as I thought it was. This one is going to feed out. Or how are we going to do this? Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll swing this one that way and catch this gold over here. And then we're going to do a quick turn and another quick turn and ramp this up to meet that line. So like that with a couple of straight... Oh, wait, hang on. Why are they pointing in that direction? Oh, I think I did something wrong. Just need to change that direction and that and that. And then we need to bring this across and we've got a junction. And we can do that. And then right from here, I can bring this up. Oh my gosh, have I got it? Did I manage to get that right? It's not letting me do another connection here. I don't... Oh man, it would have been very nice. All right, well, let's see, where are we? I'm going to need to bring that connection in one spot earlier. No problem. Break a few things down. Get this merger in here. Let's do the ramp first to make sure it actually works. And... No, it still doesn't... Wait, hold on, why? Huh, okay. Try again. Go one further back. There and there, and let's... Now, maybe, if we're lucky. Yep, that goes up. Well, not a very elegant way to do it, but, you know, that's what we have to do. So put that in, ramp this up to there, and then a couple of straight bits, and these two miners are connected in. So that means 4 miners on this belt. Actually, there's going to be 5. That is probably close to the limit of what I'd like to do. So, this is where things get a little bit more spicy, because we're getting diamonds and emeralds through here as well. I don't think we're getting coal. I'm going to need to go and check all my machines, but we shouldn't be getting coal. Yeah, that's definitely just gold. That's gold, yep. And when I say just gold, I mean gold and gems. And then we have these two. Yep, gold and gems. And that one, gold and gems. And then this one also just gold and gems. Perfect, okay. Can do that. Now we need to plan for the return line. And I think I can bring the return line out over the top through the same hole, come down this way, and shoot through here. And that is the line that goes into the main hall. It's a bit of a windy one, but it's definitely doable. And I need to go and buy some more lights. This place is very dingy. I keep having to come back and buy lights, so let me just get 20 of them. Alright, just going back and checking my iron setup. Everything here seems to still be working as it should. We are almost at the 400 gold pipes. And once we are there, then I can change this over and just put the gold through here to make gold plates. and get that process started. I know we're getting a lot of iron. Maybe I'll just use that plate maker and let it carry on with the gold plates and take out this pipe maker over here. I'll eventually have to put it back for the iron pipes. And look at that, we've got all the crushed coal. So if I was to come over here and take out that crusher, so if we took out the crusher and we put in a straight belt over here, the coal, normal coal, should start coming through. And just remember, that's where I had a crusher. All right, well then we'll get through that regular coal. Perfect. So I'm going to start. Wait, what is this? I have no more miners. I think this was coal. Yeah, it was coal. So let's have a look at this line. We could come through over here and tie in there. So I'll leave a gap and then start working backwards. And I am probably going to need to drop. Let's see if we can put a bend in and then drop. Yes, we can. Okay, so where am I going with this? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be going this way. Whoa, hold on. Is that another gold mine? It might be. Oh, I have to bear that in mind. Jeez, there's actually a lot more gold than I thought there was. That'll be 6 miners. I hope one crusher and smelter will deal with all of that. Anyway, let's correct our path. So we have to come through here. All right, I will come out one more and then we'll bend. Get that to go this way. And then just keep building these out. Oof, and I skipped just past that coal miner. I hope I'm going to be able to do that. I mean, not coal, gold. Oh, what the heck. We're going to get another miner. So, auto miner. Probably use a few, so get 4. And I'm going to need more straight belts anyway, so let's do that. And get another batch of corners. The slopes, yeah, we'll get another bunch of that. Get a couple of corners, maybe a ledge, and some more merges. Yep, okay, that's fine. And there is a bit. There we go, all done. Alright, first things first, let's put a lamp in over here, light this place up, get this place a little bit more lit, and put one over here as well. Cool, that's a lot better. Then get this miner in, and this is also a lot of gold. Damn, okay, well that's gonna have to tie in here. Oh, before anything goes wrong, we'll just turn this one off. Okay, I think if I do this, and I bring this around the corner, sort of tighten this whole place up a bit. That goes through there, yep, that'll work. That to there, and there, and there, and there. And right there. Then I can take this piece out and do another tie-in with that. And that is all going up there. Very good. So now I have 6 gold mines. Man, I might need to split my crushing up, or at least, no, the crushing happens pretty quickly. I might need to split my smelting up, which is not really a bad thing. All right, let's continue with this line. This is the line that comes out, and I'm going to bring this line through. I'll bring it out as high as I can. So we'll rotate that and put it over there. We can extend this area. I hope I can get rid of this. Can I? Oh no, I can't. Wait, pick. Oh, hell, that's in the way. Alright, well, we'll work around it. We have some bits that we can clean up here. But this line is going to bring our goods out like that. And we'll take it down that way. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it out of the way as much as possible. That's not the right level yet. That's the right level. Put that in and that and... Wait, what did I put in here? That's not right. Take that out and correct it. And a little bend in here. So that line will come out. That will bring everything that is already made through this area. Oh geez, what is this? Oh, that's coal. Alright, good. And then that's going to tie into this line, which will bring it out into the main hall. And I will wrap it around that corner. And that will then go over that way into the box. Excellent. Alright, we are finished with the iron pipes. Good. Now we have 10 research tickets. Heck, we're going to have a lot of stuff to check out. Okay, all of this is not going to be here. Why is there stuff coming out of here? No, I've got to turn this one off because this is... Yeah, I'm going to turn this off as well. Oh, and I need to go back to the... other side and switch what's left of the gold that's coming through into plates. So that means that this machine needs to go. Right, no more pipe maker. Do I have more of those? Yes, I do. Put them over there and rotate that and that. So now we'll be getting gold plates coming in. And there we go. Good, gold plates happening. Right. We are not doing anything with the copper right now. We're not really doing anything with the iron either. So if we go into our quests, we could do Master of Copper. We are doing ingots, plates, rods, and pipes. They're all coming through on the same pipe. So let's activate that one. At least get it started. Iron, yeah, I could probably do that as well. I'll hold off a bit. Doesn't really matter. Ah, heck. I should do it. Yeah, let's just activate it. I've got a whole bunch of quests now lined up on the side, and they're all working. Except for the iron pipe. We'll get back to that. Anyway, back to the gold. So I have most of the belts done. The input and the output belts are all sorted. And this is where we can start processing. It's not a very big space, but then we don't have to worry about pipes. And I can bring platforms over this way if I need to. I probably will. Let me clean this place up just a spot. I'll take out some of the ores that are lying around. And of course, I don't have enough platforms. Story of my life, man. Okay, we're going to bring that through to there. And this is where we're going to start working. So this needs one more ramp, and I won't be able to put it in because I just put a platform here. There. So this is the level that we're going to be working at. And there's going to be lots of ups and downs. Now, but before I continue, I do need to run back to the shop and go and get some more platforms. Scaffolding. And I don't have any here, do I? I do. Well, one. No, that doesn't help. I've got... What is that? Oh, that's the inspector thing. Alright, let's go and get some... Under building, scaffold. I'll go and get... heck, I'll just get 40. It's a lot, but, you know, maybe I'll pick up another 10 ramps as well. So purchase that. Money is not really a problem, so if we land up with extra stuff, we'll box it up and store it. I wonder if I'm being silly by putting platforms... No, I do need to put platforms in. Although it won't go over that. Man, that's a... Oh, bugger, I forgot to pick up my scaffolding. Alright, here it is. Okay, got it now. Yeah, am I making a mistake by doing it at this level? I don't know. I can't build over this thing. So that's one of those things. I'll put it over there. I'm sure that this will be fine. But we definitely need smaller scaffold pieces. Like I'm wasting a whole corner there. Put that in there. Oh, unless we take these out and then go like this. And I won't have a big gap. Yeah, you see, like that. That's annoying. Anyway, we'll put this through. We'll put them down where we can. We just need a platform to work on. And that's not bad. I mean, I've got this hole in the middle that I can do nothing with. But I can extend this out and go over the top of these miners, the copper miners down the bottom. Bring this through here. I've got something I need to sort out. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. And I can expand if I need to. Anyway, let's do something nice over here and put a access ramp, because I use this access point quite a bit. Yeah, just like that. I don't think I could put it there. Okay, well, that's fine. I didn't think I'd be able to overlap the bridge, but I can. And that's sorted. Right, and then we need to put some lights in here, so I'll use these gaps that I can't put platforms in, and we'll put some light in around the place. Like there. I could put one in the middle. Might be able to build over this. Okay, that is done. We're sorted. Speaking of sorted, we need sorters. Now, the sorters do work pretty fast, but will they work fast enough to handle all of those miners that are pushing huge amounts of gold through? That I don't know. So, I'm going to do this and take my chances with one sorter. Then I'm going to need some gold and crushed gold to go in there. Hang on a second. No, I don't. I need a diamond. Yeah. I'm going to polish the gems right over here and stick them straight on this line. Yeah. Okay, so gems. Take that. Oh, crap. What happened to it? No. No, it was the only one I had. Oh, wait, I see it. I see it. I need to get in there. Crouch. E. There. Okay, let's carefully do it. Okay, so that's there. That means that the gold will continue forward. And that's exactly what I would want it to do. We'll grab that emerald and just stand up and drop the emerald in. Why am I having so much trouble with it? Okay, there, that's in. Then this will come out. Now, it's not going to be high volume, but that can come out over there. This will come out this way, and we're going to need to go up, and it'll need to be 2 up. So like that. And then I'm going to turn this. Ooh, why is that going in that direction? Ah, these things keep catching me because they don't change direction with the belt you're connecting them to. So let's do that and then put it in. Right. And then this one can go that way. I'm going to drop that into a single crusher. And the output for the crusher will be, in fact, I'm going to move this crusher a little away. The output will be there. So one more straight bit over there. So that drops the ores into that. And then this is going to drop out and go to 2 smelters. So I'm going to grab a splitter. And I'm going to immediately put a splitter over here. Rotate it. Maybe I'll give it a space. I don't know if I'm going to screw myself for space further down the line. Put that in there, rotate, put that in there, and then these 2 are going to need to come up. So there, and they need to go up 2 as well. And then the smelters. So, this one, why can I not put it there? Oh, geez, really? Okay, can I put this one further? I can. Okay, so this one's going to have to be there, and then this one we can put over there. Wait, can I really not? Hang on, I want to try that again. Ah, man, that's really annoying. All right, that's okay. We'll survive. So that can go that way, and I suppose we could just put this straight through like that. Although it would be better if it was further back. So let's swing this one that way. Rotate. That one comes in. It catches the ingots coming out of there. And now I'm going to need to bring these ones. Can I do them back this way? Yeah, it's fine. It does not interfere. I want to try and bring these far back because we're going to need to do a couple of splits. And we can use this area. I don't need to go further than that. So put that in there. Rotate that. Straight bit there and there and there. Maybe too far. Something like that. And then we're going to turn this. And we're going to put a flat bit in, and then we're going to put a splitter. And this is not perfect. I might need a second splitter. It's going to be... Yeah, the balance is going to be way off. We'll do that. And then bring this out and around. Cool. In fact, this one will be just ingots. So that one can already link into that line. I will... do that, and that is the height. Okay, I don't think it's going to line up exactly, but that's all right. It's okay. We are getting close to what we're looking for. Turn that, and what I may do is just drop it in over the top, like that. I don't know if that's going to work, actually. Oh, it might be a bit of a problem. I'll have to find an ingot and test it. But that is very, very close. Maybe... yeah, it's an ingot. It should fit underneath that. Cool. So now we have a split belt, and that split belt is going to give us 2 things. But before I can do those 2 things, I need the ingots to be polished. So let's take a couple of pieces out over here, grab a polisher, rotate that into position. So all the ingots get polished. And I'm short of a polisher because I need to polish the gems. Oh well, that's fine. So I'm going to see if I can do this. Yep, that will bring ingots out over there and over there. And now it looks like I don't have stock of the rolling mill or the rod maker. Yeah, I don't. Okay, let me go and fetch those. I can pick up the other polisher while I'm there. So, machines. Polishing machine, need one of those. Need a rolling mill, need a rod extruder. And purchase. And try not to forget to pick them up. Cool, all done. Back into it. We're almost there. We're almost there. Man, this place is starting to look pretty spectacular. Yeah, let's get that polishing machine in here first. So that's right there, and then we will bring this line up, and that will tie in somewhere. Maybe it didn't need to go all the way up. I'll take it down to that level. Yeah. And then over on this side, I'm going to take the rod extruder and we'll put that over here. This is a longer machine, so that's fine. And then over on this side, the rolling mill in over there. Oh, there. Just like that. That will give us gold ingots, gold rods, and gold plates. Now I need to merge lines and head them all in that direction. Actually, I don't like the way this is set up. So what we'll do is bring this one down. So the arrows, yep, they're in the right... Oh, wouldn't you know it? In the way of a light. I need to bring this back 2 more. So right there, and then bend this one that way. And I think I'm going to have a merger. Let's take a top-down view. The merger will be like that. And then those can... Oh, boy. Yeah, there's going to be another merger coming in over here for the gems. Like that. Straight belt there. Straight belt there. This will be a straight belt into there with a bend coming up to there. Now I need to feed these 2 lines this way. Is that going to work? I am worried. I think maybe I'll grab one of these ramps, put that there first, and then build our conveyor. Yeah, I feel more comfortable with that. This one is at a higher level on the output of that machine, so probably better. Okay. No, this is definitely not gonna work if I do it like that, because we still need this to come down, and that needs to turn. So that's in now. Oh, that's actually pretty straightforward, honestly. I need the regular merger, T-junction conveyor thing, this one. Put that in like that. Remove that, and this side will have a bend, and then this side can... I don't want it to drop onto a bend because it'll miss the bend. I'll have a straight bit over there, just like that. Excellent. And I have more space for more light. Okay, that means I just need to kind of double check my work. This light is hovering. I'm not fond of that. So let's get rid of it and put one in at a lower level. There we go. And I just need to check my lines. Everything coming in here is okay. That's dropping in without an issue, I think. I wonder if I shouldn't just change this one and put one of these little ramp guys in. I think I'll just feel a little safer. Alright, and then these go in here. Oh, that would have been a big mistake. So let's pop this one in right there. Yep, those will work fine. Then they drop in, they come out. The ingots get cleaned, the ingots go through, they get split firstly. So there'll be more ingots coming through. If there was a better way to split them, I would do that and try and balance this whole thing, but I don't have space for balancing. I'm going to put some more light out here. About there. Okay. And then that sends ingots off that way. More ingots come through here. Those get split to go through plates and rollers. And because it's gold, and as I said at the beginning of the episode, we don't really need to worry about gold pipes anymore. So this is it. We have a system set up over here. So I want to put a lid on this. So I have the basket lids. I'll put that there and immediately close it. Come on, there we go. Toggle. Good, that's done. So we have mine. Mine. Okay, so these are all incoming lines over on this side. This comes in from there. And we have this line that I still need to connect for that mine to bring over. I think for now, I'm going to tie these ones in. So let's break that belt. And it's going to be broken a little more. This is just going to be a bend right there. And I'm going to switch these 2 on and get the ball rolling. Oh, wait, I better not because I haven't sorted out the outputs yet. Yeah, I'm not going to switch these on yet. We still haven't sorted out this end because we still have gold coming through. And yeah, we're still sending gold items out on this side, or gold at least on this side. I'm going to have to switch that miner off and take this piece of line out. I will need to remove that, and just for now we will put this one in. Oh, that's going to need to flip so that can carry on. Yeah, but once I've got this line that's going to the bin all sorted out. And it's not going to be a heck of a job, but this will need to be removed. And this will have to come around the back of that area. It'll actually sort out my access over here quite a bit. So we take that around and then around this corner, and we can run it like above this belt or something. But we'll get it through to the bin. So yeah, once that is going, then I can tie this line in, cut this one off, so that gold can go through. It will tie into this line, so all of this can be removed. All the way to there. I'm thinking that maybe I'll do this tie-in in a straight line. So like that. So we'll take those two out and replace this one. Oh, there. No, rotate. That's going to be like that. And then a straight piece over. That isn't right, is it? No, it's the wrong way around. Oh, well. Well, I don't suppose it matters, really. Because this is just going to be a bend. I've got the wrong belt there completely. Anyway, let's just put that in. And then this piece of belt can go. And we will do this tie-in. Well, it won't be a tie-in because all of this is going to be removed. And this will just be a bend to take things through. This line then comes through and it ties in with these guys over here. I think I'll put a light over here. Yep, there we go. So there's miners that come through there. That all lands up on one line, goes to here, picks up the machines over here and there, giving me a total of 6, I think. 6 miners. And then they all feed in. They go into the sorter conveyor. Gems are taken out and polished. They get back on the line. They go out. Yep, okay. So, I think we have an idea what we're going to be doing in the next episode, and hopefully it works. But if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. I think I got this right. Balancing's a bit of an issue. I could have spread this area out a little bit more. Don't know how much I'm going to need. But I mean, this works as a little factory for gold. And in the next episode, we'll get it all connected up and all working, and we'll run down those gold quests. We're already pretty far into the Master of Copper. That's pretty good. Master of Iron, we've already finished the iron plate, so we're going to have to get that sorted out. Get the rods and the ingots going. But yeah, looks like everything's progressing very, very nicely. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, cheers!